story Tyson Jennette is proud to tell.
I dreamed last night I got on the boat to heaven. I grew up in the Bronx, in a section of the Bronx called Parkchester, and my parents were both deaf. So I spent a lot of time in my room with the radio, loud and blasting and screaming at the top of my lungs. I kind of see it as my initial vocal training, if you will.
But just before his freshman year of high school, Tyson lost his mother.
It was just a tough time, of course, for a 13-year-old. I went to high school at Brooklyn Technical High School. In my second year, I decided that I was going to quit school. But right before I did that, I went to a teacher. His name was Jim DeBenedetto.
A teacher who would ultimately change his life.
Hey.
You're late to my class, you know. He was truant. He was down to his last 6 months here. He wanted to stay, and he approached me about being in chorus. I made him sing for me right in the dean's office in front of all the other students.
Nay.
And I said, okay. So we made a deal.
If you come to my class, you have to go to all your classes before and all your classes afterwards. It pretty much was a way that I found my voice, you know, and I really found a purpose in my life.
A purpose he wanted to pursue, but growing up in a home with deaf parents, Tyson felt he had a duty to stay the course. He was the first in his family to go to college, majoring in speech pathology. Then 9/11 happened. A few months later, his dad suddenly passed away.
Just another example of how fast life can just go.
So he decided to pursue his passion, the theater. After years of minor roles, Tyson decided to take a break and visit his sister Tanya in South Carolina.
Off the cuff at the table and kind of said, there's this audition I'm thinking about going in for. And I said, well, what is it? And he said, it's actually a Broadway, show. And I said, well, why are you thinking about doing it? Why don't you go for it? And I was like, this is your show. This is your destiny.
The Destiny, an open call audition for the Book of Mormon.
I sang a song called One Toke Over the Line. It's about being high. It's like, one toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line.
4 callbacks later, and finally the call came.
She said, hi, this is Carrie Gardner from Book of Mormon Casting, and I just want to be the first to say, welcome to Broadway.
Tyson is a swing, which means he covers 11 different roles in the show.
Most times I don't know if I'm going to be on stage until I get to work or I get a phone call.
You can't be prouder than to see a kid you worked with, become so successful and do so well. It's an amazing feeling.
I cried the entire first half, and the lady beside me at intermission, she said, are you okay, sweetheart? Did your boyfriend break up with you? And I said, no, my brother's on stage.
I feel that my parents are in a place now that they can really, really understand and know their child for who he is and what he can do. And that fills me with joy every day.
You think they can hear your voice today?
I do. I do.